Okay, that's enough. How's everybody doing? Let's get to work. Brief note. Look, Tigers, you take a series from the Yankees. It's great. It's. I'm not going to sit here and bemoan. Rico's not going to hearken. You take 2 out of 3, you're good to go. We do have a baseball topic, but we're going to save it for tomorrow because I think you, the fans, got screwed the last 3 days, and it's just something I can never wrap my mind around. We're going to do it tomorrow. I want to jump right in to what happened last night. And I have to tell you, I think, it's every reason I'm not on social media. But even though I don't partake in that, I can't escape people's stupidity because it still bubbles to the surface. Kenny Cott, once we walked in today, I was asked by Rico, hey, are you aware Kenny went to the dark side? After the Wings, losing the most Wingsian way possible. You outshoot your opponent like 50-2 in the first. I lock in to watch the second and third. Once again, I can never not hear this drop watching, Cofield and Hudson, the diminutive defenseman, skating circles around the Wings. And then the Wings don't have anyone that, and they lose, right? And in the penultimate period of their season, if they had any hope, if Nona had any shot of not being in vegetative state, I think they had 2 shots in the third period. Real response there. May wanted to take that blue pill a little earlier. So Kenny tweets to the world, fire Steve Yzerman. He had it. Bruh. We're going to do this topic, but oh boy, before David hits the music, once Evan got to the responses to Kenny's tweet, my response was, I went, oh, man. So, yeah, for the people who responded, so let's just, okay. So here are the responses.
Pelican Bay.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put cases on all you bitches.
Playing hockey in Pelican Bay.
I want to start, and I am going to protect the identity of these people. Because, you know what? Maybe they were a little drunk. Maybe they were a little angry. Maybe this was their worst moment. We're not doing gotcha radio.
Quiet as kept. I thought maybe that was Kenny when he fired that tweet off.
So I'm going to read these, and I have to know, are these real people?
Oh. It's going to be good now.
The first response to Kenny Cott. Never forget that Ken Holland drafted Philip Zadina over Michigan alum and all-star defenseman Quinn Hughes. Haunts me to this day. But there's more. He carries some blame, no doubt. But Ken Holland completely handcuffed this team with the last 4 to 5 years of drafting. Unfortunately, still feeling the pain. Not trying to drag the OP here, but we gotta let go of this point. Ken Holland hasn't been the GM of the Red Wings for 2,182 days. That's 52,368 hours. How much time do you need to claim ownership of what's going on here? Now that is a good one. That person went on to get attacked without mercy. Ownership can already be claimed. However, with the terrible state of the franchise that Kenny Holland left, Steve, where do you get the fact that 2,182 days is too long? Which star players should be on the team leading us to the playoffs? Steady improvement since the days of a beer league lineup. If you can't acknowledge the improvement, then I don't know what to tell you. Are you counting the years it took to tear down the roster while having zero tradable assets in your day counter or hour counter? Asking for science. And the last one, once again, to Kenny writing, fire Steve Yzerman. The point is that this team was such a mess when Yzerman took over. Holland fumbled the drafts he had leading in. Burned out on lotto wins a couple of times. Next year, with a full off season, this team will be way different.
Can I add a few?
Do whatever you want, man. Who are these
By
cockroaches?
Oh no, David, can I get the music, please? Oh. Idiot. And the people liking it as well. Look at all the positives of this team. It's all Yzerman's guys. I think he should have pressure on him, but this team is about to take a giant step in talent with who we have got in waiting.
Anything you want to add?
Yeah, you're a bleeping idiot. Yap for nothing shock jock.
I've never known Kenny Cott to be a shock jock. Kenny's actually, he might be a mess in certain aspects of his life. Kenny's a pretty well thought out guy when it comes to hockey.
Stick to sports you know, dude.
Ooh, you don't know puck, bitch. The guy's life is hockey. He charts his own Corsi.
Stick to football. Kenny, put down the Admiral Nelson and relax. Steve's got this offseason and trade deadline. Yeah.
All right, so can I just ask a critical question here? What portion of this fan base are just lemmings? Some of you may as well be Jerry Falwell in the corner while the pool boy goes at your wife. What is wrong with you? We are 6 years into this, and you are gripping this Ken Holland crap like a stripper grips the pole. Are you insane? Here's my question. When can we let the Kenny Holland thing go? He hasn't been here in 6 years. Oh, my God. Are you holding the boom mic? What is going on? This team tanked for a third March in a row. Mm-hmm. And we're still doing the Kenny Holland two-step? Yeah. You know what? We made a joke yesterday about the Titanic and how Yzerman is Rose and the fans are freezing to death. No, he is Rose. I'm pretty sure most of the fan base would sleep with him, and they don't even need the Ruby. I am blown away. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Kenny was a little provocative saying, fire Steve Yzerman. Let me help you guys at 4:30 on a Wednesday. If his last name was anything other than Yzerman, even if the letters were slightly rearranged,
Yzerman,
he'd be unemployed and he'd be fired, gone, dust. And yet, they tanked the biggest period of their season. 2 shots. Lose again. Lord Mountbatten. Kenny says fire Steve Yzerman. You don't know puck. Kenny says fire Yzerman. I tell you, Kenny Holland left him in a real tough spot there, bub. I'm going to throw the number out because I just would like to know, A, when can the Holland thing die? Is it when Steve actually makes the playoffs that it is magically lifted? Is it at that point, like Coming to America, that the royal penis is now washed? That you can wash away the funk of Ken Holland? What is it exactly? And would you like to argue that if his last name wasn't Yzerman, he'd be fired, gone? Like any of these 3 things. Because I'll tell you, this that Evan provided me, put this into, evidence 3C.
Oh,
this is every reason I couldn't possibly function on social media.
Oh, bro.
Who are these people?
Bruh. Oh, here's the one I missed. Oh, another 97-1 idiot who knows nothing about hockey. If we fire Yzerman, that sets us back even further, so no thanks.
How? If you fire Yzerman and he's doing such an effing good job, how would you be set back? I'd argue signing another 5 JT Compers and Andrew Kopp would set us back.
You're right. Because if you fired him, new coach, new owner, everybody comes in and says, all right, you know what? I need this. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. You can go.
Bottom line, until I see the paperwork, which I'll never get to see, Yzerman's on a lifetime deal. I'm convinced of it more than ever. It's a lifetime deal.
I told you. People
do what you want. Go when you want. Whatevs. But I want to talk to the people. I do, Rico. I have to know. How can you rush to the defense using Ken Holland in 2025?
Because you know why. They can't separate the captain from Steve Yzerman.
Also,
they're two different people. He was the captain.
They're
but
not,
now he is just Steve Yzerman.
248-539-9797. Kenny, do you want to speak or would you like a moment to collect yourself?
No, I'm good. I was a little overwhelmed by the response. And yeah, I was being a little provocative, tweeting out fire Steve Yzerman. I didn't quite expect that.
But how is it wrong?
It's not. Because
if his name wasn't Yzerman, would he be fired by NHL standards?
If this was Bob Smith, he would have been gone.
Thank you.
Any market with any sort of standards.
Thank you. Okay. Well. Say that last part. Say it in Nona's good ear.
In any market that has standards.
But you don't know hockey.
Yeah, what is that reflex by hockey fan that if you say something they disagree with, you don't know puck?
Kenny Cott does not know hockey. That was funny.
Like, you know what I'd love is for like when PK Subban ripped Yzerman. PK Subban didn't know puck. Played sport. All-star. Doesn't know puck. I need Wayne Gretzky to say it, and I want a sea of Red Wing Falwells to say that Wayne Gretzky doesn't know puck.
That's why Ovechkin passed you.
Okay. You know what? 248-539-9797. Hockey Elite. The bat signal is up. The wing season is now over. Third straight March with a collapse. Now we're into April. It's toast. The team sucks. Yzerman's moves have been brutal. So here's the deal. A, how long are you going to hold on to Ken Holland excuse? Argue that if his name was anything other than Yzerman, he'd be sandblasted out of town. And just explain to me when you get to have standards as a Wings fan. Not to be the number one seed. Not to win the President's Trophy. Not to win a Stanley Cup. To make the playoffs. Are you kidding me? There's a team whose best player died this summer, and they're ahead of you. He died. He went for a bike ride. He didn't come back.